I would never not consider getting married again. I think life is all about love, but I'm definitely just focused on love, especially towards myself right now. So, yeah, the single girl life is treating me really well. Yeah, today or we might plan something a little ridiculous. So we were talking about that this morning. Yeah, I don't think we were necessarily reframing it as anything. I think we were just being honest at where like honest about where we both were mentally in the sense that we both don't know where it's going to go, you know? I think we're both at a place where right now we feel like focusing on our friendship is what's important, but at the same time like the love that I have for Jake, I'll always have. I think when you go through such a crazy year, such a crazy amount of time with someone, like that love just never really goes away. So, I mean, I'll never really know what the future holds, but right now I'm definitely just focused on myself and, my life. I just know Jake. I know Jake loves a fun and fresh, rotation. Like he definitely likes to have fun, and I'm not gonna sit there and harp on like every little thing or person that's gonna walk in and out of his life. Like right now, I think that that's like for him to focus on, and like if I were to, really read into that, of course that's something. Seeing the person that you love, like with anyone else, is hard, but at the same time, I know the way that Jake kind of processes things and does things. So I'm just letting him do him in a way that makes him happy. And I feel like my overall response towards that is always going to be like, if he is happy, I'm happy for him. And that's the way that the cookie is crumbling. Yeah. And this is so sad, and I hate to say it, Jakey. I really love you. It's so bad, but I got it on my hand in a place that would fade, and it is completely, completely gone. I actually have a different tattoo with a different X still on my hand, and not the one with Jake. I'm so sorry. But Jake's tally marks are thriving still on his thigh. I think once we realized that it wasn't a weekly thing, that we might do this for more than a few weeks, we decided for wedding rings instead of tattoos. And if it were still on my hand, I definitely wouldn't laser it off because it would signify a time in my life that I would always want to fondly remember. And honestly, even just like looking back to the night that we got those tattoos, it was one of my favorite moments I probably ever had with Jake. So I wouldn't change anything. Even though the tattoo's gone, I wouldn't laser it off if it was there. By far, my relationship with Jake. I think that that taught me more about myself than any relationship I've ever had in my entire life. Like, obviously there's been very valuable lessons from all of my relationships that I've been in, but I think that just taught me more about myself than I ever thought anything could. So at the end of the day, that's why I'm the most grateful for it and wouldn't change it because I think the person that I am coming out of it is, so much stronger, so much wiser. I know so much more about myself and love and life, and I don't know, yeah. I guess the source, I don't really know where it comes from. I mean, I grew up in Las Vegas, which is a really crazy place. So I think I was raised in a really progressive yet wild society. So it's kind of ingrained in me in the way I think. But at the same time, I think that I have a young following and it's definitely primarily female. And I always want to like empower those young girls to do whatever they want with their bodies and to make their decisions and not let anyone take that away from them, especially men. And I just like, anything I can do with my platform to take away stigmas about, sex workers or sexuality or, you know, like relationship status or anything like that is like exactly what I want to do with what I have. So, but at the same time, I'm also just living and learning and being me online. People happen to care. So, someone just asked me this the other day. It is so different for me. It's like polar. I think maybe that's why I like it too, because when you're bored of one, like the other side's just so fun to be real. But bitches be crazy. Can I say bitches? I mean, you can say whatever you need. So yeah, girls are definitely it's more wild. At this point, I think dishonesty. Um, I don't have any deal breakers, but I think I'm definitely at a point in my life where if the connection isn't, worth giving up so much of my time and my energy and stuff like that, it's probably not something I'm gonna want to like implore. But you know, Oh my goodness, I think everything happens for a reason, and sometimes things don't work out great, but at the same time, I think I always say this, I'm like, if you have beef with me, like it is so one-sided. I don't like, to me, having beef with someone, especially an ex, requires energy, and I think putting that energy into something so negative is just like not cute, to be frank. Um, so no, there's no one I wish I was like still good with. I think everything happens for a reason, but at the same time, there's no ill will towards anyone I've ever been with. I'm just kind of doing me, and sometimes you grow apart from people, and sometimes you don't. The majority of them, I don't, I mean, now all my exes are texting me after this, like, I miss you so much. Oh my God. I can't, the second I name an ex, they're trying to fuck me again. So I'm cool with most of them.